everyone, what is up? Welcome back to Top Tier Arcade. My name is Steve, and you're back at the apartment. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Swords of Fury, and this is going to be part 1 of the restoration. I hope to make it a quick restoration, maybe 3 videos, and we're going to be starting off pretty light. Now, letting you know, I'm actually very sick. I probably get sick once every 3 years. This one's hit me pretty hard. A lot of stress going on, a lot of bullshit. But we got to get forward. We got to get through this for the consistency. Now, here's what we're going to be doing. I got all the parts. I'm ready to do the restore. I have my list of what to do. And if I'm going to be coughing and sneezing during it, it is what it is. So let's get right to it. Let's not waste time. Now, you might be wondering, Steve, what's with the pillows? A really quick story. So every time I get a new pin, I'm not sure if they have the bolts in the head in case the head falls, which is, oh my god, there goes the backlash, the CPR reproduction, we're in big trouble. So, God forbid, and I put pillows, which are like, that's stupid. If it's that important, why don't you do it first? I'm lazy, leave me alone. So I have these pillows here in case this ever fell. And what I want to do first is, here's the steps. I've kind of a rough list. We're going to take the playfield glass off. We're going to take the back glass off, put those safe. So I want to do these in sections and quadrants in a sense. I want to start with the back box and the head. And the reason being is I want to actually be able to push it back into place and then have a little more room. I have to admit, the Turtles restore was very hefty and lengthy. But I had more room and I was more comfortable. Now that it's so tight in this room, it's claustrophobic and it's annoying. You know, I don't want to bump into things. I already bumped into things and have a lot of parts. Now, the truth is, when Adriano, I bought this from him, the game's good. I mean, a little quirks here and there. I know Adriano didn't do his specialty. He didn't just have the time for it, and he wasn't going to keep the game. He has so many projects. So I'm going to kind of take over that. There's not a lot that it needs, but like myself, I always overkill for no reason. So the game plays pretty well, little tweaks like I said. So let's get to it. First thing I'm going to do, remove that. First I want to put the bolts in the head. I did buy them again from a local hardware store like I did for Turtles. Hopefully it's the same ones. Once I get the head in place, because we're going to be dealing with the back box, we're going to do that first. Next is going to be bondoing the head. Now let me remove these pillows. I'm going to remove these pillows. Now, actually let me pick you up. Let me show you what we're dealing with. So, here's what I want to do. This is the worst out of all of them. It's a pretty big gouge. Let me just focus here. It's a pretty big gouge out of the head here. That's the worst of them. Little touch-ups here. You know, a little there. Let's go to this side. A little up top there. And here. For the most part. So it's not bad. I mean, that one's the worst corner, but it's not that bad. Second, what I want to do... Second, what I want to do is... the back glass is very dark. Now, in contrast to the Turtles, mind you, it's a very lighter theme. Obviously, it's more childlike with Turtles, but it's cool. Beside it, this is super dark. Now, yes, it's indicative of the back glass because it's been now glassed. And also, it's very much darker because here's the original. And I don't think it's not as dark. So I do want to brighten that up and focus on the back. Also, what I want to do in this video, now I'm going to be, just let you know, I'm going to be cutting away. It might be the next day, but I want to get the back glass done, the back box done in this video. But I may be cutting it away in a day or two. So next I want to actually light these speakers. As well, and then also, even though it's not part of the back box, I want to do the buttons and light them up. So here's what we're dealing with the parts for now. I've used this for the Turtles. If you guys are not aware, there, it wasn't the best, maybe 6 out of 10. It was all right though. I mean, that was a huge gouge. First time I ever, I guess, bondoed her. This is technically a wood filler, but again, it's going to be very small. So hopefully this works. And then we'll use to sand it down. And then we're going to use the paint to repaint that with actual paint. Now, Adriana also told me about Sharpies. Now, these are kind of a little trick to the trade here. Very easy. And I have gold, silver, and bronze, and obviously black. Later on, when we do the cabinet, that's going to be later on, for instance, I may want to touch this up. We'll see. Anyways, so that's the back box. Here's the lip buttons, and now here's the speakers. Now, the one thing with the speakers is, this is for Williams WPC, is that it? A Williams 90s game. Now, there's no plug for it. It needs to I have to, I guess, get into the 12 volt, which this is as well. So I was thinking of taking this and then piggybacking it through this 12 volt, but I'm worried that I'm going to blow anything. So I may ask for help just in case. And then also from Comet Pinball, I got LEDs, and that's what we're going to be doing for the back. I mainly, Comet Pinball has been great. It is a little expensive though as a Canadian, because shipping it is brutal. I have found a new source for LEDs that's even better, I think. And I'm going to explore that later on in my next games. But for now, the reason I ordered from Comet is because they have the flame LEDs, and I wanted to put them here as a nice touch. The truth is, I don't like too much color LEDs on my playfield. I'd rather them like a bright white, just to illuminate, and then very subtly, only in certain places, highlight with color. And this is what I want to do with the flame LEDs, only here, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm not sure. And then here have the red flasher instead of just the white one. So, and then around here will be red LEDs and the rest will be white. So I really want to brighten that up, get the back box done, and then from there we'll probably do the playfield, or we'll do the, I don't know, we'll see. I mean, let's take it one step at a time. So without further ado, let me set you up. I'm going to start to, I guess, Bondo or wood fill the back. I'm going to see how that goes. And maybe from there, while that's drying, we can start LEDing, which should be very straightforward. Out, in, out, in, and out. Now, it already has LEDs. This is already LED'd. It's great. A lot of the playfield looks beautiful. But what I want to do later, and I'll show you, is the LEDs, the general illumination. They're older LEDs, and I want super brights to really brighten it up because it's a really, really dark game. And then I also have strips of LEDs for the back here because it's so dark I can't see nothing. We'll deal with that later. So let me set you up. Let's take the glass off, and the playfield glass, and let's get to work. All right, so I lifted the playfield again, so it lifts with this little arm here. I had to kind of really bend it back here, just sitting right here, so not to touch. And then I've lowered the speaker grill. Now this is not easy to get to, I have to admit. The Turtles was way easier to get to, but either way, so there's the hole right there for the screws. Now let me show you the screws, because I'm going to just show you this and go ahead and do it, because again, I'm just have myself here and it's kind of in an awkward position. So I'm just going to use this, so like a wing nut, and hopefully this is even long enough. One sec, whoop, let's just focus here. Yeah, I hope this is long enough to do. If it fits, I'll show you the dimensions. This is I think the same as the Turtles anyways, which would make sense because the back box looks the same. So let me go ahead and add those, and hopefully it fits. If not, yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that would suck. Because right now, I showed you in the cabinet review in part 2, this is all that's holding it up. Now the clamp is in place and it's firm, but my worry is, again, if there's shaking or whatever, it falls. It's always concerned me, especially if you're trying to nudge the game. So I'll be back and hopefully that works, and I'll show you if everything works well. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Okay, so we attempted to put the bolts in. They work. They fit as far as the like the girth of it, or like the ring, the size, but it's not long enough. You see, I need 2 more inches. Shit. So now the good thing is it actually still protects. You know, it still has around that much in. So I'm going to leave them in, but I will have to replace them. So here's the one I bought. This fit my Data East Turtles perfectly. But the way Williams does it, I guess, I don't know if it's the new Williams or the 80s one. I bought this one. It was carriage bolt 623. I guess that's 3-inch by 8, I guess, diameter. I needed a 5-inch because I also wanted to put this washer, or excuse me, the wing nut and then a washer. It's so shitty. I have to buy a 5-inch one. So what I'll do is, again, it does give a good inch. It gives a good inch, so if it does fall, it will hopefully help somewhat. I'll put it on that side while I have it off, and then we're going to get straight to it. I'll still put the pillows... I'll still fit the pillows, I guess, until I actually bolt it down or wing nut it down. So shitty start. Okay, shitty start already. Whatever. But now I've learned. Okay, so now we know. If you guys need, I guess, you know, maybe the System 80s, you know, need that type with a bigger head. Taxi. This game, I can't remember what others needs. Again, they need a 5x8. Now, I'm Canadian, so this is not the metric or whatever. If you're American, I don't know the difference. If it's 5, I don't know, whatever. So anyways, Google it. So I'm going to add another one. Then I'm going to lower the play field and I'll start to do the woodwork. Damn it. All right, so I've just put a couple of like bath towels or shower, whatever, to cover the play field, to keep it clean. I use a souvlaki skewer. Being Greek, it's weirdly convenient that I have them. I don't even eat that much of that. But try to keep it clean again, limited space. So I don't know where I got this. I don't know where my dad's spatula is as a painter. I was as well by trade years and years ago, and I don't have my stupid spatula, so I'm going to use this. I don't know where I got this, that thing, and I'm going to use it to try to make a square here. So I'm going to over wood fillet, so then I can sand it like I did the turtles. And that's it, really. Okay, you know what, I know, it's very little sloppy, but it doesn't matter, really. A little more there. Okay. I'm going to just go around the back box, fill in any little holes I see with this wood filler now that it's loose. And I'll show you guys when I start to sand it and also clean. Alright, so I've closed some lights. I would have loved to do this later in the day when it's darker, but I have no choice. I finished bondoing or wood fillering. The wood filler actually got dry, so I had to kind of wet it and just make almost like not a paste, but you know, just dampen it. It's not the best job. I do have some more if I have to add some, no problem. So I'm gonna let it dry for another hour or so. I don't know, whatever it takes. It's been a good 20 minutes. So I've got all the corners, so everything's been touched up, which is great. Later I'm gonna paint it in, but that's later. Now, let's get to the fun part. So, and easy, hopefully. So, here's the deal. Here's the back glass. It looks like they're older LEDs, and they look frosted. Can you guys see that? Yeah, they look frosted. What I want to do is, let me get you in close. Here's what I want to do. So now, again, these are from Comet, but again, I found a local source, which maybe I'll get into next time I buy LEDs. Now, these, so what I'm doing is these LEDs, these red ones, all there, I'm going to replace with these are from Comet, again, like very brighter red. And then the LEDs here, I'm going to just do these ones, natural white. And then remember I was showing you guys around here, I can't remember, maybe 4 or 5. I'm going to do the flame LEDs, which is the reason why I actually bought from Comet, because they're the only ones that I know of that had these. So that's going to be the deal. Now, there's a few trains of thought. Some people say, no, you do not have to turn the game off to replace LEDs or bulbs. I do want to. There's no reason why. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. And again, I've spoke to a few techs, and it could blow a few capacitors or something else, and because every game also reacts different. Remember, these were not meant for it. So I'm going to turn the game off. I just wanted to show you how it looks. Kind of looks cool in the camera there. And then what I'm going to do is let's replace them. I'm going to go one by one. So I'll cut away and I'll just show kind of the progression and how much brighter they are. And I want to use this location and really see how much brighter they light the back glass. And some part of me, I'm like, is it too bright? But we'll see. Anyway, so let me cut away. Let's start to replace the bulbs. I'll do the reds first, and then I'll do the whites, and then I'll do the flame LEDs. All right, so it's been a few minutes. I mean, everybody should know how to screw in a light bulb, but I mean, just to show you kind of what the difference is. That's it. Take the bayonet style in to the right, and it's in. Very straightforward. These ones are a little annoying to get out, so I'm going to have to pry those out, but that's in, out, in to the right, for this anyways. And that's it. So I'm going to go all around and do this. Again, no need to film the whole thing. I wish all restores were this easy, just screwing in balls, really. But yeah, I don't want to make the videos long as I have to. So anyways, I'm going to cut away. I'm going to do that. The flashers I'm going to keep. The only one I'm going to change, I guess here's where the Balrog's whip is. I'm going to make this red. Other than that, they stay white. So I'm going to cut away. Just keep plugging away. And I will be back to show you what it looks like. Okay, so pretty straightforward. I replaced the bulbs. Steve, why are you sighing? Why are you so upset? Because I'm an idiot. Here's why. I was careless. It turns out I was trying to take these out, right? No problem. Hey, why aren't they coming out? Da, 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 da. I'm a fool because these are 44s. Bayonet. Twist. These are not. These are 555. I guess just plug in. I overlooked it. I was an idiot. And I do not have 555 reds to plug in. Now, I mean, obviously they still look pretty good, but no, these are not frosted, but they're not high intensity. And it doesn't complement the back glass as well. So I have to get now 555s, but I don't want to put an order in because common pinball, though great, is expensive, and especially coming to Canada. So I have another alternative, like I was telling you. Buddy of mine now runs his own parts, Eddie. You remember he runs Drapple, Durham Regional Pinball League. And I was at his place and he was showing me, apparently he has amazing quality LEDs. And I'm like, yeah, man, next time I get a game, well, it turns out now I'm going to have to go probably see him. So I don't know how I'm going to do this. Should I just... Shit, it's not going good. I mean, this restore is falling apart like a Chinese motorcycle. So... I guess I'll leave them in for now. It's easy. I mean, it's literally a 3-minute beep, 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 in and out, in and out. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to see how it looks. Let's turn it on together and see how it looks. We're not done anyways because now I want to light the speakers and the buttons, I guess. I don't know. Now it's throwing me off and I'm going to be all over the place. But again, everything's going to be in sequence. I'm going to start just picking away at it and crossing off the list. So I'm a little all over the place. Here I am not feeling well and I'm a little pissed off to what's been going on in my personal life. And yeah, the first two things I want to do, which is easy, screwing in a damn ball or a carriage bolt and then replacing bulbs, is going to shit. So already upset, but okay, who cares? Let's turn this on. Let's see how they look. Hopefully nothing blows up. It shouldn't, but you never know. Ooh. Yeah, there's still that adjust switch. I don't know where the hell it is. I'll find it somewhere. Anyway. Alright, let's see it. See, these are very low. I want these. Ooh, that's really bright. Let me see how it looks in the camera. Yeah, look how much brighter that is. They look great. Okay, we'll let it run a bit. So, see those flame LEDs? One of them on the left is just flickering. It's not flaming well. Why? Weird. These ones are going round and round. This one isn't. Huh. Is there any more like that? No. So again, look at the difference between how bright that is and how bright that is, or dim that is. And I'm sure the 555s would be just as strong. So great. Oh, now it's going. Okay. So maybe you just had to, get it in. So now everything's working. Oh, what's through here? Interesting. Interesting. Huh. So, this is on, but it's faint. You see how those become faint? Maybe that's game interactive. I don't know. It must be. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, I'm not sure what's up with that, if it's the actual LED or that's how... I remember it kind of goes dim, but I don't know if it's just not... I don't know. Shoot. The good news is that it's way brighter. I mean, so this is good news. So it's working. But like an asshole, I didn't realize that these are 555s. And I don't know again what's up with that. I'm going to replace that quick and see if it's the ball or that's how the game and the attract is. It might be game associated. So great news. It looks a lot brighter, which is good. But now we have to now wait. I'm such an idiot. For the 550. I guess because I wasn't paying attention. I look at the black glass. I see lights and I'm thinking they're all 44s. I mean, other than the bigger flash bulbs, that's how the turtles was, and I always assume that they're the same. Let me not dwell on it because it's getting annoying, even you probably hearing me. So, yeah, you see that one right there? It's on, but it's faint. Let me replace it and see if it's the game or if it's the ball. One sec. Actually, I'll do it live. Why the hell not? So this is red. Where's the other one? I'm going to see just like if that's how the game reacts, which is very possible because it was kind of dim. And I think it's game related. Maybe you have to hit a score. I don't know. I'm not sure. Shit. All right, let's go. No, it's gamer. See, now it didn't do the switch. Something's loose. That's where the adjust switch is. Yeah, it's on, but it's dim. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know, because it's going like this. Okay, no problem. So, let's get to it. I'm not going to put the back glass on yet. What do I do next? Do I wait? Oh, that's pretty stiff, but it's cold. It's really taking me off track here. I know that it's a lot in time just for me to rant, but those fire LEDs are kind of cool. I think that's where they're placed. I'll be back. I don't know what I'm going to do next. Now I'm pissed off. Such an idiot. Do I have 555? I'm curious. Let me just check if I even have a few and see what the difference are, but I don't think so from the Turtles restore. Alright, so I've decided, okay, just to it's not that anything's wrong. It's just annoying because now I have to go out and get more, So let's get to it. Let's get the lit buttons. I know it's not part of the back box, but so be it. Now, this came as a kit. This is from Pinball Life's website. Bright Buttons now makes a system 11 and 9. This is a system 11. What did I say before? System 80? No, I was thinking RoboWar. Sorry, so this is system 11 and 9. So ideally the way it works is it's very straightforward. It comes with that. So really you take off socket IJ17 and then you put that one in and then you piggyback it, you plug it in, and then you use the original IJ17 and put it back in, run the lines. This is like the exact same like I did in the Hobbit, but the Hobbit was a little easier because the power was actually like under the playfield, so it was a little easier. And then again, I'm gonna go take these, run these wires through the back glass, bring them, and then that's it. Unscrew the ones that are there, screw them back in, put them there, and then that's good. So I'll see how much I'm going to record of that. Maybe I'll just do a montage just to kind of see, how I ran it through, just to show you guys. So yeah, let's open some windows and the lights and really get going and try to stay motivated, because again, it's not going as, it's stupid smoothly. I was just careless because I didn't double check certain things, and I guess it's always good to take that extra couple minutes and measure and be cognizant of what the game has. Stupid lights. Anyways, I'll come back. Let's get closer to what we've done. So with this game, the System 11, Swords of Fury anyways, it only takes the one nut. What I was reading, if you saw, it does come with two, and I don't need these. I don't need the E-clip. Just one, not too over tight, because remember, that's the component side. It's pretty snug. It works. So I've run one there. Now I'm gonna, once we turn it on, I'm gonna snug up. Later on, because we're gonna clean. I want to just tighten the tilt bob as well. Here's the second one. Okay, and then here's the little controller board thingy, which is neat. Different modes. Did I cut myself? Yeah. Okay. All right. So, anyways, I ran the wire. Let me get closer. I ran the wire, and here it is right here. And then that's what the board looks like. It's like a piggyback board, or like a piggy. Yeah, I don't know what it's called, but so that goes in there. There's where it is. If you can see right there. So you take that out. You plug the little board that came with it. You plug that with the original one into it, and then here's the little power. It has a fuse too. So I'm wondering, when we turn this on, it should be straightforward. It should work. I'm wondering for the speaker lights, if I can tap in and just splice that to the 12 volt, because these are 12 volt anyways. That's what I want to do. It's going to be neat and clean. The thing is, will it work? And will I blow something? And it worries me. Again, this is probably really dry. Just an update here. Yeah, it's pretty dry. But you know what? We have time still, so no rush. All right, let's turn it on. Let's do it live. All right, let me set you up. All right, let's put it down. Actually, no, because I'm gonna want to do the speak. No, I still want to put the playfield. Stupid light. Can you imagine? I didn't get the right ones. It's so annoying. Anyways, all right, we'll be able to control the lights from the inside through this little module thing. Let's put the playfield down. Make sure nothing's snagging. Nope. Good. We'll tighten and button everything up later. Good. Okay. Let's see. I don't know what mode I want it on yet, because I want to see if I can sync them with the speakers. So just say it's like pulsing, like do 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 do. If we can do it with the lip buttons. I'm coughing so much, I almost have an ab workout. Speaker buttons and the LEDs, I want them to be synchronized, but I don't know. I don't know if it's the same system, the health. Anyways, plugged it in. Let's turn it on. Come on, come on, come on. At least let's get this right. Yeah, so far so good. Now it's not doing the thing. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? It's not doing the adjust thing. I think it's somewhere here. Anyways, that's later. That's gonna be near the end. So it looks now again. Looks it's brutal because first of all I have a light on. The first time I actually used my stupid camera light. Let me turn that off. Yeah, they look really good. Let me see what modes they have. Oh, I can intensify it. So that's low. It's almost, that's the highest, so high and low. That's kind of cool. No, won't do strobe. No. No, that's too much. That's what I have with my Hobbit. Like the crescendo, like it goes thing. It's kind of cool. No, that's too much. No. 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 Anyways, I don't know what I want yet. Where's the solid on? No, it's too much. Maybe that one. Because my Hobbit one's slower, this one's quicker. If I can tie that into what the speakers would look like, that'd be kind of cool. All right, so success. That went pretty smooth. Now, okay, Steve. Okay, we're going to button this up. Don't worry. I'm going to staple it down and make that nice and neat. Because we do have the coin bucket that I did buy as well. That's more than you think. But I do need the bracket that holds it. That's going to come later. That's going to be not even a restore. I might just do an update in one of my later videos. So, okay, so success, that works. Probably a good idea if I see if they work. One sec. Let me coin up. Yeah, they work well. Okay, let me power this off. All right, whatever. All right, so let's not linger. Okay, so I've decided just to at least plug it in. There is a way to do this because someone online has done this. So this is the bright sound pinball speakers. It's red to match the buttons. This is also from Pinball Life. Great product. Very similar to the buttons, just bigger. Look at it. It's really just the same thing. Obviously more LEDs, blah, blah, blah. So take that off, put that on, screw it down, and then this will shine the LED, and boom, bam, there's the lit speaker. Now, here's the thing. This is meant for WPC games early and late 90s. Terminator, like obviously it shows it there. And that's what it would look like on Swords of Fury. So my worry is, like I was reading it, it's pretty much, you see that right there? It's similar to what I have to plug in right there. Now normally, again, it'd be just boom. You plug that in and then it's like a daughter board or like a piggyback board like that one. And then would be good. My worry is it won't work or it's going to blow something. Now, there's 3 wires here. I assume one's positive, negative, and ground, I assume. I haven't really looked at this, but here's what I'm going to do. Let me just get them in first. So, again, there's the games that are compatible with and what connections. But I'm wondering if the J117... Oh, 117. I'm wondering, see, this is J115, but it's not here. You see that? That's 17. This is connector J140. It looks the same, but the thing is, it's, oh no, that would plug in. I don't know if they're in the same position, you see? Because that's 1, 2, 3. That one on the left there is 1, 2, and then there's a space, and then 3. So I don't know how it would line up. That's my worry. Now I don't know. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to plug anything yet. I'm not blowing anything. It's not worth it. Let me plug these in because I know there's a way to do it. Because I've seen someone online do it with the exact same kit. I literally took the serial number, the same thing 100%. So it'll work somehow. Should be just, it's a 12 volt. Now either I go into that as the excuse me, as this one, or I piggyback from now what I've done with the bright light. So let me do this first. Maybe I'll message one of our techs. You've met Doug before. He's great. He really knows his stuff. And maybe he can give me some advice. And I'll leave it in there until I get the right advice. And I'll just cover this so it doesn't touch anything and doesn't touch anything or doesn't screw. What am I saying? Doesn't touch anything or doesn't short anything. Anyways, there it is. So very, very, very straightforward. Very easy. Fit perfectly. Nothing tight. I mean, normally, shoot, wouldn't it be so easy if it plugged right in? In theory, that makes sense. The wires make sense, but if this blows, I'm screwed. I'm just wondering, can I not just tap in? But see, there's no white wire there. Let me get some professional help. Okay. I'm gonna put this back on. I'm gonna start to sand down the sides, and we'll see if we can start to touch up while I get some help, and maybe we can plug that in today after all, or we may wait till the next episode. I'm gonna just cover this with electrical tape and tuck it in there. No, you know what? Leave it there. What the hell? I'm gonna leave it there for now. Later, I'll tuck it in if I don't finish, and I'll put electrical tape so it doesn't short or touch anything. It's been around 2 hours. This is very strong. I'm gonna get the the sandpaper. Let me show you. No. Okay. I'm going to get the strong grit sandpaper that I have here. The very thick, very gritty one. And I'm going to really just start to slowly do it. And then clean up every side I do. Clean up a little. I know it's tedious. Clean up, da-da-da. I'll go around the sides. And then if it's straight and smooth, start to paint. And then black's very easy to match, which is beautiful. So what I think I'm going to do is so it matches, because obviously it's going to have a different sheen from over the years. I think what I might do is this whole, like where the team holding would normally go, I think I'm going to just paint the whole thing with the same color so it just matches. Why not? And then, so that's the plan. I'm going to cut away. All right, so I've just, I just put everything back. Lights look really cool. Again, it'd be better in the dark, but later on. And then I have the light on, so let me just turn the light. Oh, shit. That makes no sense. Anyways, they look great. One thing I did notice, on the left flipper, it controls this flipper and that one. And the right flips this one and the mini one. And I knew this was going to be an issue because the way that it was touching. When I hit this flipper, there's two switches that touch. And it's not going far enough to touch the other switch. So when I flip, that one doesn't go because the contact's not meeting. It's an easy fix. I just have to tweak it. I'm not going to do it now. But it doesn't... Oh, shit, why did I... Let me turn the light. I'm just covering the light. This really... it really brings it out. I think it's... no, I'm going to just turn it on. It's at least 20%... 20% brighter. You can really see the difference from before. I can anyways. The flame LEDs, now again, my stupid light is on. Let me try to cover it. Flame LEDs are kind of working. They are, a little. I have to add them. I guess maybe I didn't add enough. They're not as penetrating as I thought. Like I really thought it'd be whatever. You could still see it kinda, but it's not evident enough, which kind of sucks. The red blinker looks kind of cool, or flasher I should say. But yeah, it kind of is there. It's not as, it'd probably be more evident on this one because it's more mirrored, but, or sorry, just the translit. Anyways, yeah, I'm not going to set you up. Look, I didn't do as well as I thought. The good thing is that corner is pretty straight. That one is, actually that one's good. That one's good. That one's great. I have to still do the back because they're not dry. They never dried in time. I'm going to leave this till tomorrow. I'm going to leave this until tomorrow. And then I'm going to have to still square this one off. Back looks great. Now, normally, what I would do is put tape where this is so it doesn't touch the art. But again, I'm going to be, I know that's scraped, but I'm going to be painting it anyway. So that's why I didn't. Normally I did, like I did the turtles. I would tape off the artwork so it's not affected. So you know what? I wanted to get a little further. If I lit the speakers, I would have really been happy. But I'm waiting. So anyways, a little tweaks here and there. Stupid little mistakes, but they'll be resolved. Join me next time. Part 2 is gonna come. What I'll do is I'll have the corners. Jeez, it's dark again. Wait, let me lighten this up. There we go. See, as you can see, you see those rings? That's where the speakers are gonna light. It looks kind of cool when it's all lit up and dark. Oh, wow, now the contrast is shit. What am I doing here? That's better. When I come back, I'm already going to have the edges square and I'm going to have the bolts already in there. So, and then I'll just, so that'll be done. Obviously the backboard will, the glass will be off, so I'll show you really quick. And then as soon as the next video starts, we're going to paint. That's going to be easy because then we're going to get started either on the cleaning the side and just touching up the side with the Sharpies. And then we're going to work on the play field. So what I have next, it gets more exciting. This was kind of boring and a botch. I got these for the targets. I want to show you where I got these. What a sweet deal. I've already soldered what will be the spotlights, which is great. So I'll do that, and then other little things I have coming. So stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't. A lot more coming. Not my favorite result already, but you know what? It's good to go back in. I actually don't want to stop, but I have things to do today. Anyways, guys, thanks again for checking out Top Tier. If you have any tips or whatever, if you know what that error is, the bottom tube, let me know. I think it's like here, because when I press start, it's already activating the switch maybe, because I think I have to add a few washers to pull it back like it did the Turtles, because the auto line, like it's touching that. Anyways, guys, thanks again for checking out Top Tier. Sorry I'm rambling. Next time I'll make up for the botch, and hopefully every little tight end would be good, and go to round 2 and continue on the Swords of Fury restoration. Peace.